So, are you looking for a mood boost? Then I'm going to be talking about a game that you might not have played but really should. And in the space of its 1 to 1.5 hours worth of gameplay, just delivers the most insane dose of dopamine and will remind you why you enjoy playing video games. Sayonara Wild Hearts. If there was ever a game that I would do a money back guarantee on, it would be this one, because there's just no way you're playing this game and not feeling some sort of way. Players have described it as a 1 hour celebration of life, love, music and video games, and it's classified as a rhythm-based arcade game. But it's much more than that. It tells the story of a heartbroken heroine who goes on a journey of self-discovery and at the end just teaches us that everything will be okay in the end. Think of the most perfect Technicolor dreamscape, but that runs at 300 miles per hour. A game that has you rushing through these neon-soaked, transcendent environments that with every new backdrop will fill your heart with awe and wonder. 1 minute you're in a high-speed motorcycle chase, next a dance battle, then you're shooting lasers, wielding swords, and even riding deer and flying dragons. And as you continue to play, there's just this sense of getting pushed closer and closer to what can only be described as video game ecstasy. So what makes Sayonara Wild Hearts so fun to play, and how does it produce this crazy hit of endorphins? Well, first off, the game is really easy to play. There's no overcomplication of controls. It just boom, you're in. And if you do mess up, there's no game over screens. You're just placed back to where you were, so you can just continue on. And the music, oh my God, the music is so good. It's like this electronic, synth, poppy type beat. And somehow it has this incredible way of making you feel at one with the music, that you're able to get into the perfect flow state and just move with the ebbs and flows of the tunes. Oh, and the visuals. The visuals are just so damn pretty. Futuristic yet modern, almost lucid dreamlike, a psychedelic, electric whirlwind of colour. And there's this novelty and unpredictability that your head is left kind of spinning from excitement and exhilaration. This game is an absolute delight on all the senses. Well, not all the senses, because you can't technically taste video games, but it's definitely a delight on pretty much all the others. Just trying to remember all the different senses right now, but I digress. And here, dear watcher, I will admit that I did tear up at the end of this game. I don't know what it was. It just reminded me of experiencing video games for the very first time when I was a kid and recognizing how much joy and total immersion that they can bring. It was just really special. And the great thing about Sayonara Wild Heart is because the soundtrack is so integral to the gameplay and the experience, that feeling that you get at the end is almost bottled into that music. So if you ever need another hit of those feel-good endorphins, you can just play the music and you are instantly transported to this beautiful world. So I know I've been waxing lyrical about the game and you might already be bored of me, but please just stay for just 1 or 2 more minutes. I just want to read this fantastic review, which was the very review that made me purchase this game. It's just so good. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even done this video. I should have probably just put the review up on the screen, said, read that, now go figure. Because it's so good. And it's way more eloquent than the way I've described it. So let me just read this really quick. Right, I've found it. So I'll speed this up as well, so I'm not keeping you too long. I'm 45, I've had good times and bad times. I've fallen in love, grown up, gotten married, beaten alcoholism, had a child, fought off depression, led my wife through a kidney failure, carried the death of loved ones, and come back from the brink. I've weathered the storm of life like anyone else. I'm not special. I'm not rich but comfortable, and I've gathered quite a Steam library as a hobby over the last 10 years. Something I have really done during my time with almost 4,000 titles is write a review. 2, maybe 3 for 4,000 games. Think about that for a second. Now we get into the gameplay. I'm getting chills. I'm 45. I just cried playing a video game, something I can't even remember doing. I feel like my heart is going to burst. It's joy and sadness. It's like a good memory with a parent who's long gone, bubbled up at random, making you laugh and ache at the same time. It's bittersweet. The music and visuals are subtle and flashy at the same time. They get under you and lift you up. It's got the spirit of the 60s, the heart of the 80s, and feels like every memorable video game trope from the 2000s with the social softness of the 2020s. It's huge and tiny at the same time, and thoughtful and meditative together. It tells the story of leaving your comfort zone and makes you comfortable. It's heavy and light. It's all these things and more. So true, my dude. So true. Nearly finished. My emotions are a flood. I had to write a review and let people know how I feel. I can't describe it. I feel like I found my heart again, and I didn't even know it was lost. Life was comfortable before 2 p.m. today. Now it's magical. It's these small things that I forget and remember and then forget again. The birth of my son, the feeling of nervous sweetness on a first date with my wife, an unexpected comment from a random stranger about my eyes, finding an old photo of my dad that no one ever remembered taking. This game is like a sweet, fleeting memory. This just gives me chills every time I read it. And then he summarised, 45-year-old man cries after finding his heart lost in a game and writes a review while his wife asks him if he is okay. 11 over 10 would purchase these feels again. And then there's just people in the comments. There's other people going, hey, I'm a man, 40-year-old here too. I felt the same after playing this. I don't think you need to be a 40-year-old man to enjoy this game, but obviously it's hitting the spot with this persona. Thank you, sir, for the heart-walking words. Spot on review. This review made me cry. Now I'm scared to try the game. Well, you should try the game because it is really, really quite something. See, that review just perfectly encapsulated what's so good about this game. And this dude, 40-year-old dude on the internet, explains it probably 100 times better than I did. But I really wanted to read that. And, that's just one of the reviews because maybe you didn't like this video, but I know for a fact that you will like Sayonara Wild Hearts. So please, please, please go and play it. Oh, and also, if you did like this video and you somehow managed to stay till the end, then please like and subscribe.